Right, good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you are around the world, guys. This is John Docherty, and I like to trade Forex, and I'm just going to show you one of the tools that I use to do so. It's called the harmonic scanner. And this is part of one of the platforms that I use on iMarkets Live, and this here, it basically has given me a trade idea with regards of a pattern. And on this pattern, it's for the Euro card, 15 minutes. It's a crab pattern. And what it does is it gives you this sort of harmonic pattern, and it gives you a trade idea. So the trade idea is an entry point, a stop loss, a take profit 1, a take profit 2, and a take profit 3. Okay. What I've done here, I'll just take this off. This wasn't on here. So what I've done is we're going to be using a trend line. Obviously, we're on an entry point at the moment. The D point's down here. So I'm just going to draw a trend line at the moment. So round about from here. In a trend line, you need it to go as many touches as possible. Just get rid of that. Click on that. So I'm just going to go down to here. And what I'll be waiting for is possibly this to break the trend to go back on an upward movement, because basically what this pattern is more or less telling me is it's going to head back in an upward motion towards the take profit 1, 2, and possibly 3. Underneath here we have an RSI. However, let's take a look. Hi Trash, how you doing, mate? So what we can do is we can basically add a couple of other indicators. So on the top of here we've got the indicator button, and we can add a Bollinger Band. Okay, so basically what a Bollinger Band is, it's what I like to class a bit like an elastic band, and you've got an outer and an inner, and in the middle of this red line we have the moving average. So at the moment we can see that the price action is coming down towards the bottom Bollinger Bands, and what happens, as you can see from the start here, we hit the Bollinger Bands and then it would move back towards the moving average, possibly consolidate for a bit, and then it's either going to break the moving average, move to the next Bollinger Bands, but it will always find its way back to the middle of this path. So again, up to the Bollinger Bands, and then it's moving again, and it's come back down towards the path. It's broke the moving average, and then it's veered towards the Bollinger Band on the bottom, and it's come back up. So this is all this is. It's one big path with a nice center bit called the moving average, and then you have the Bollinger Bands on the outer and the inner. So basically from there as well, we can add another type of indicator. So we just click on here. One of the other ones I like to add is called the stochastic. So the stochastic, let's have a look at that. So that throws out a nice purple banner, and from there you're going to have the 75 line and the 25. So anything below 25, it's going to be more or less coming into a buy market. Anything above the 75 is going to be coming to sell. Now we can see these lines here where they're crossing over the moving average lines. Now this blue line's starting to move up, so I'm going to be looking at this breaking this trend line at the moment. Once this breaks this trend line, I'll possibly be getting in on that trade, but I don't go for a take profit 1, a take profit 2, or a take profit 3. I simply just go for a small amount of pips. Okay, so I'll show you how we do that in a moment, but for now we'll add another indicator that I normally use. It's called the MACD. Now the MACD stands for moving average, convergence, divergence. Now what I normally do is I click on the left hand side on the trend line, make it a horizontal, and I'll put it right bang on this center line. We make that into the color black, so you can see we've got mountains and hills, as I like to call them. So it's moving average, convergence, divergence, and as you can see we've got the crossover here, the crossover here. So this will be due to be going above the trend line soon on the 15-minute, the Euro card. So one of the other many things that I do just to get in and out of a trade, because I like to scalp these harmonic patterns, you can go on where the pitchfork is, and then what we do is I normally go on the Fibonacci retracement. And what I do from there is I'll go from the C point, bring this down to the D point, okay? From there you have all these color bands, but we don't need any of that, okay? So what we'll do is click on this, and this cog here, settings, you get all these bonny colors with the patterns and things like that. All I'm interested in is this one here. I want to change that from a 0.236 to 0.15, okay? As we click these unchecked, you'll see that these will start to disappear. So click on there, click on this, one by one these will disappear, like so. And this leaves me with this line here. Now this is where I want to get my exit strategy. So from there you'll see this line will thicken when I move that. And I want to move the price over to the right so I can see. So basically this bit here on the label left, move it over to the right. So now I've now got my entry point. So what I'll be doing, I'll be looking to get in on this entry point. Again, I'm not too greedy. I scalp and I go for daily profits of just 10 pips and compound my profits. If I was to measure this tool, get the measuring tool, and if we got in from where that trend line is up to here, like I say, I only go for 10 pips a day. What you're looking at there is 4 or 5 pips, okay? What we'll do is, guys, I'll let this ride a moment, and we'll see if this just rises onto that. Again, this is just one of many tools that I like to use on a day-to-day basis, and I don't trade all day. I'm not greedy, because greed gets the better of you, and that's where you start losing. Using simple techniques and strategies like this gets you compounding your profits, and you walk away. Do this each day, and you'll be surprised just how quick you can raise your account on a pip size. Therefore, once you've got more pips, it compounds your profit, and then you can increase your lot size as well. So from there, the bigger the lot size, the better the value on the pip. So again, we're just going to let this run at the moment and just see if anyone's on live with me. Hi guys, how are you all doing? You okay? Thanks for joining me. Yep, hi Marcelo, you okay? Right, so we'll just let this ride a little bit more. We'll just see if we hit this line. So again, as you can see, we've got this trend line incorporated with the harmonic scanner. We've actually broke that now, but as I say, I'm expecting this to head towards here. A lot of guys will actually put trades on these, and they'll go for take profit 1, 2, and 3. Again, I don't do that. I scalp and I compound. We can still see the stochastic at the moment. We've got the bears in control, the bears in control, and it's heading upwards. The RSI, I don't really pay much attention to this, if I'm honest, using this sort of technique. Again, it's a similar sort of preference as the stochastic. Just obviously you've got your 30 line and the 70 line, but we can see this is still on an upward motion. Let's get rid of that. While I'm on with this, I can just show you one other tool that I generally use in the team I'm with. This is called the Web Analyzer. Okay, very powerful tool. Now with this throws out loads and loads of trade ideas on a daily basis. Okay, so you'll hear a cha-ching normally. Let's have a look. So we're going to select a strategy. I normally go for, it is the MAM Power Trades. Let's save that. Just need a login. Sorry, guys. Let's see if we can hear the cha-ching. Again, we'll be looking back on this. We would have been in profit there. We would have got about 5 to 10 pips. Again, there we are. That would have been one I possibly would have closed out by now. We'll leave that running though. Let's scroll down to here. Any questions? Right. So what we've got, this is the Web Analyzer. I use this on the same preference as I would of the harmonic scanner. However, you've got the same here, the RSI, the stochastic, and the moving average convergence divergence. So what happens is I would select a strategy, and the strategy that I use in this is the power trades on the MAM. that'll throw out two lots of tiles, a green and a red. Okay, so what we've got is red's for sell, potential sell. The green is for a potential buy. This was called around 14 minutes ago, USD JPY. Click on that. That opens up this trade. Now, this was a potential sell again on the 5 minutes, 5 minutes here. So what I would do, first of all, just to show you guys, I will go to the vertical line, and this was called at 1920. So we'll go 1920, this candle here. From there, where it was called a horizontal, the price, I'll just click this on here, and we're looking at the price at, let's have a look, 109667. 109667. Now what you'll see, these guys, is this yellow line will move. There we are. So that's jumped up. So that's the hair where we are at. Again, we need to do a trend line. So from there, we're looking for a sell. So basically, the trend line is possibly, it's only a small one. In fact, no. There's new trade, as you can hear. I like to hear them sounds. Trend line, possibly do from here, actually, because it's got to go up to that point there. So again, as you can see on this trend line, it's bounced. It's bounced. We're looking for the sell. So it's bounced on the way up. It's broke it, but it's retested. It's gone back up, and then we broke it, right? So what I'll do, we will possibly get in this trade again on the 5 minute charts. We would look to be only doing 5 or 10 pips. So from there, I would possibly get in on there. Your 5 pips. Let's have a look. We'll be looking around about 3 to 5 pips again to scalp. On there, we will get the horizontal, and that will be where I will be looking to go for a profit. Again, as you can see from the bottom trend line, this is where the floor was. So this would have been where the support is. Yeah. So it'll be coming down towards here, and this is where I'll be expecting it to go to. Again, from there, if I'm getting in on this sort of candle, I'd be looking at a stop loss at around about just above that trend line there. Okay. So let's have a look at this harmonic scan. Back to the harmonic scan. As you can see, we've definitely would have been in profit on that. Again, I know it's only small profits, but I do at least between 10 to 13 of these a day. Even if I go past my 10 pips, I will trade a couple more, but I don't get too greedy. Let's have a look. We'll see what else is on here. We'll see what this new trade is. The Euro card. This is where we are on here, to tell you the truth. So again, same preference. 5 minutes. This was called 1935. It was actually on that first candle there. From there, horizontal line. Click it anywhere on there because we're going to change the thing there. 1150936. Okay, so we're right slap bang on where we are at the moment. Excuse me, and then the trend line. So again, we're looking for a buy, so we're looking for a downward movement. There's your downward movement there. Let's change that to the green and a little bit thicker. So again, what we've got the trend line. The trend line is basically your trend, your friends, and what we're looking is as many touches as possible on the way down. So to confirm that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, nearly 5 and 6, and then it's starting its upward movement. We can confirm again the stochastics. Very, very positive movement here. It's jumping straight up. Again, from here we can put this in here, leave that yellow, and you can see from, that's better. You can see from the movement average, convergence, divergence, we've got a cross on the line here as well. So this is telling me this is an upward movement, and this is going to be a buy shortly. So again, what I would possibly do, get my measuring tool. If this candle was to break, let's go down a time frame. That's a 3 minutes. Go on to 5 minutes. Right, go down to 3 minutes, and then we'll draw the trend line. So we can get in a little bit earlier. Right, get rid of that. Get the trend line. So again, we'll go from there. Try and get the signal a bit earlier. Straight down to there. Again, you can see from here the stochastic and the MACDs. We've still got the positive move on the earlier time frame, which should be expected. We'll go down to the minutes to get into an even earlier confirmation of the trend line being broken. It's starting to take a bit of a dip on the 1 minute, but again, there we are on the 1 minute. We've got the confirmation of a break in the trend line. We would basically want this to start breaking on the 3 minutes. We've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left on that. Let's go back on this harmonic just to see if it's actually surpassed that. So this has come back down, but you can see from there that would have stopped on there. Anyone got any questions? Not quite. Right. Right, so again, we are on this, just to confirm, 3 minutes. Yeah, we've got this called on a 5 minute chart, but again, anything that you do where you get a confirmation, you always go down a time frame or two time frames, okay, guys? So again, we've got 40 seconds to the next candle. We've still got this upward movement on the stochastic and most certainly the MACD. We've had the crossover with the blue line a lot earlier than what it was called. So as long as these keep on a movement pattern on an upward, we're looking good for to get in on a trade, to be fair. Again, we're just starting to get above the trend line there. And just see where we're heading with this. Just in case you guys don't know, I just want to thank you for everyone who's actually added me as a friend on Facebook here. I do actually have a Facebook page called Forex Fire Members, where I have a close-knit group of friends, and we get on a chat on a weekly basis. Again, there we go, guys. We've broke the trend line. So again, I would be measuring this. Let's have a look at around about 3 to 5 pips again, just to scalp a bit. There's your 3 pips. Let's take a look. There's your 3 pip mark, and we will draw another horizontal line around about there. I'll be expecting that to possibly go around about there. Again, you can see where the ceiling is here with the touches. 1, 2, 3, and then it's broke here and it's come back down. So this is the resistance line, and this will be the support on the bottom. We would be expecting this to go to there at least. So overall, guys, again, there we go. That just to confirm, we've done it on the harmonic scanner and the web analyzer as well. If any of you guys like to know anything else with regards to these tools that I use on a day-to-day basis, please drop a comment below, or you can actually get in touch with me by hitting the message button. I can add you to a WhatsApp group that I've built and set up for anybody else who's interested, and we can get on a chat. I just want to say again, thank you for everybody that's watching these lives. I will be putting more and more on each day, but thank you for your support, guys. We'll catch you later. Bye.